Good morning everybody, it's Denise here, Gnome Junk Journals UK, and I am coming back to you this morning with the final video on my Gnome Journal. So hello, welcome, and I hope you're all well. So if you caught my video yesterday, I was using a pre-made cover that I'd had in my stash for a while to create a junk journal with some gnome papers that I bought last year from Home Book and Treasure. So it's going to be a December daily. Now I do have some numbers, a sheet of numbers that I can pop in with it. I'll have to dig them out, but I am not going to number the pages so that whoever gets the journal can decide how much they want to write on each day and what numbers they actually want in, if they want them in. So when I left you yesterday, I was deciding on a topper, which I have done, I'll show you it in a minute, and deciding what I was going to do with the closure. So I have added a lock on one side and a key on the other, and if you remember there was just the one tassel. Now I was half tempted to cut the tassel off and put another key or a bead on there, but I can't decide, so I'm going to leave it on, and I will probably put another charm in with the kit on a bulb pin, and then should you wish to cut that off, if it's your journal, and change it for a charm, you can. So you've got the choice. They are quite heavy charms, these, so if you just wrap one around the other and tie it like that, they hang down and keep it closed. Yeah, so no bow or anything like that, but just the weight of them keeps it closed, and that will allow it, which is what I was thinking about, that will allow it room to get fat, you know, should you be stuffing Christmas cards and things like that in it. Of course you can take them off completely and just use them as charms around the booklet. If they drive you mad, you know, you can just literally snip those two bits of rope off there and you've just got an ordinary notebook. Okay, so I haven't done anything inside. They are quite noisy on the desk, these, sorry, from yesterday, and if you remember I said I was going to leave it blank. I'm not going to. I'm just making a really quick one with this one, not going to embellish the insides. I was tempted to do something on there, but I don't think I will. I think I'm going to leave it all for the owner. Excuse me, that's my cup of tea going down. There's bits of glitter everywhere, isn't there? Yeah, so I'm just going to today put something in the front and back cover, the topper, and yeah, some of the, show you some of the bits and pieces that are coming in with it. So let's just move it up there a minute and see what I've brought with me. Now I'd like to put a piece of this on, sorry about my arm there, on the edge of here. Not a very thick piece, because obviously I don't want to make it a purple journal, but it's got bits of purple on it just to secure that and give it a bit of sparkle on that side, and I'll show you it with the topper in a minute. So what have I got? Yeah, I showed you this piece yesterday. I can't remember if I rounded it and inked it with you or not, but all I've done is glued a tiny bit of vellum that I had kicking around on my desk inside it, made it into a flip, and I thought we'd put some of the tags that have come with the kit in it, and I'll probably just clip it into the back page. So a lovely vellum envelope which I got from Tanya at Tatty Treasure, and she sent me as happy mail, which was rather nice, which I think I might put in the front cover. I'll show you in a minute. I found 3 little Christmas cards in my stash from last year, so I know they're elves and not gnomes, but you know, they're similar kind of characters, aren't they? So I thought we might squeeze them in somewhere. I don't know about the blue envelope, I just saw it and thought I'll bring that along. This is the gnome envelope, the gnome house envelope. Yeah, and I wondered about perhaps just obviously I'm going to close it up. Could do that now really, couldn't I? And then it gets time to dry. Yeah, and I think I'll just pop that in somewhere with, what do I want to say? Not safety pin, you know what I want to say. What's the other metal thing? A paper clip, there we go. Oh, I've probably gone way too high with that up there. I wasn't thinking about what I was doing. Look, mind, it'll rub off. That's it. As long as I don't close it, I'll be all right. Just so that it shuts. Yeah, so I'll probably pop some of those cards or something in there and just clip that over. Right, so these are the cards, the tags from the kit. I printed them again. So if you remember, I showed you them yesterday, cut off there, because my my printer went borderless, or I printed borderless and they were too big. So I've printed them not borderless this time and cut them out properly. And there were some more tags that I didn't print off that I have done in this kit. So obviously they need the corners chopping off, but I just wanted to share the beautiful images with you. Yep, so those. I've only put them on paper, but I could just you know, cut the corners off and pop them in if I wanted to. And these were on the same page as the tags, so these got printed out as well, a little bit neater than the ones I showed you yesterday. So those, this is for my, I found a piece of gnome paper. I've got 4 of these actually in my stash, and I wondered about making a notebook, but we'll see. So I brought some very white lightly coffee dyed paper, and this is for this. So this is one of the images from inside, move this over here, from inside the booklet, but I thought it would make a nice journal card, a nice piece of blue card from my stash there. So a nice journal card, and you're probably thinking, why do I want a journal card that big? Let me put the lid in my glue, there we go, the pin even, and it is because I want to put this Christmas card on the front, which I think transforms it. Now, I ummed and ahed all night really, because obviously it's not a gnome, but it is Christmas, and it's got a lot of, I don't know if the light's catching it for the camera, but it's got a lot of gold highlights on it, which I really like. And oops, I think it needed a bit of gold, and it just brings, I know that patchwork's lovely, it just brings it into a more wintry kind of feel, because I was toying with the idea of putting, you know, gnomes on the front, but all the gnomes pictures are, even if I printed them on stiff card, they're very matte looking, whereas this one, it's because it's a Christmas card, it's kind of shiny like a topper, and it's got that gold. I just really liked it when I put it on there. I just think it went with all the colours around it. And then I thought if I put that on, a small piece of that on there, just to keep those strings a little bit safer and to give it a little bit of bling. Yep, so I decided not to put the gold down this side. So I'm going to have to do that last, because obviously it's going to have to be fabric tacked on, I can't sew that on. But what I did do was I glued the top and the bottom down to make like a pocket. Yeah, a side opening pocket, which is where this comes in. So I thought if I put that on there, it will go in there as a lovely journal card. It needs a tab on it, obviously. Yeah, so I like that. So obviously that I'm going to put on, those two I will put on probably off camera when I've done. These two, let me get a little mat out because I don't want to spoil my table. Sorry, I hope I didn't knock you then. So these two just want sticking together, and then just thinking what I'm going to stick it together with, what glue I'm going to use. Yeah, and then they can just sit to be dried to go in there. You'll see it all in the flip through, which will happen hopefully the same day that you see the video. Yeah, and then we'll start putting the things in the journal. So what shall I, what get a piece of paper, I think, to glue on. Misprint. What shall I glue? The card or the, I think I'll glue this bit, and I think I will just Scotch glue stick it, because it's paper on card, it should be fine. Thanks for joining me today, hope you're all well. Got quite a nice response yesterday to the to this gnome project, and I have to say I didn't intend to, but I have got another gnome project cut out and ready to go, because well, one, because it was so popular, so I thought by the time I've done one gnome you'll all have had enough of it, and two, I had all the, you know, I downloaded all the pieces for it with this kit, so it's still pieces from Home Book and Treasure. I'm going to show you some, I'll show you them at the end of this. Yeah, I knew it didn't fit exactly. I am going to trim it on the trimmer, but I had it somewhere near where it needed to be. Yeah, that's a nice stiff journal card now. Yeah, and I think that's good enough for writing on. I just liked the image, and I'm just using it up out of one of my old pads. That's got about 3 pages left in it now, so I thought that was a good use for it. Yeah, so just leave that to dry. Move that glue paper. What else? I like these. So we're going to put some of these in here, won't we? Is this gluey? No. Oops. They certainly do get taffled around each other, these. Right, so my choices are these 3 things really, for front and back, and then one can go whenever. So that can, if I put it that way, that can have something in it showing and be a tuck behind, so I might get a few of these in, might I? And I want something going that way, so let's cut this. I like this mushroom ticket. Left a bit on there, sorry. I'm going to ink it, so, but it'll be lighter at that end, won't it? I can't get started. Come on. I don't want to get the chopper out for that tiny bit, that's it. So yeah, they're white on the back. I'm not going to do anything with them. They can be written on, or whoever owns a journal can use them to embellish in the journal or somewhere else. Could even make Christmas tags out of them, should you wish. Right, let's have a look what this looks like in here. See if it shows through nicely enough. It does, doesn't it? So, shall I put a couple more behind it? Well, these 2 are both written in green, look, and this one's written in red. These 2 are written in red, so I think if I put Christmas and mushroom in here as well, let's ink those. Yeah, that's a nice little set of 3 in the envelope, and then yeah, if I glue it down on 3 sides, we'll get some of those paper tags behind it as well. So there is lots of journaling in here, lots and lots. I'm really restraining myself. You want to go in? There you go. That's it. With the embellishing, I think that's got a little. It has got a little. That's it. Because it's quite small, isn't it? What tags might we put in it? So we've got 3 of the quite. I don't know that they're tall enough. I could get a couple of these behind it, couldn't I? Right, that's very blue, so we won't go with blue. Oh, so that's a toadstool or a mushroom as a merry-go-round. That's very Christmassy as well. So these were the others. Oh, that one's Christmassy too. Well, they're all Christmassy, obviously, aren't they? But they're kind of party gnomes. Right, I'm going to go for those 2 while having a party. I'm just going to cut the corners off over here where I can see. Oh, I should have actually stuck that down so it could be drying, and then I'll ink them. Whoops, don't go away. So what was, oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I was seeing how high I wanted it. Well, I probably want the eyelets cutting out as well. Do we think there? Or do we want it low? Let's look. I like it up there, but it does kind of feel like it's floating, doesn't it? We compromise a little bit, have it down a little bit. No, I like it at the bottom. I don't want a floating envelope. So we'll just do the 3 sides. See if I'm doing a straight line this time. I'm so wobbly when I do lines. Oh, Someone stole the sun. So it's a very cold morning here in the UK, but we did have beautiful winter sunshine. But it appears to have suddenly gone. I know quite a few of you are telling me now you've got the proper winter weather. I know Caroline in Canada, hi Caroline, said she had snow. I was quite jealous. Though of course Canada will be having snow, won't they? They have it all year round, I think, in some places. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, I like that in there. And there's a big aeroplane. I'm wondering if to put one of these behind as well. See, here I go. Not really tall enough, is it? Now I have a feeling that I had somewhere. I have been tidying up. Yeah, that's the problem when I tidy up and I organise everything. Don't really know where I put it afterwards. It's all organised and together, but where is it? I had one tag, one plain beige tag, all on its own. Just give me 30 seconds. If I can't find it in 30 seconds, I'll give it up as a bad job. No. No. Hang on. No, it's gone. Okay, but I think I might find it and put it in there. So it was just slightly taller than this. And it's just this colour. Just a plain tag. Right, let's put some eyelets on that. Oh, what have I done with them? What have I done with my eyelets? You see, tidying up's not a good job for me. Yeah, thought I would have a couple just sitting in here, and I have. They're not going to match, but they might not have matched if I had my pot. So yeah, I keep thinking about it and then forgetting that I want one of these punches that makes these. I ought to put it on a wish list or something on Amazon, so that when people are saying to me, what do you like for Christmas, I can go on and look. Yep, they'll be fine on there, won't they? Don't lose them now, Denise. Yeah, so I can make some the exact colour that I want when I want them, but I'm not too precious about it. I will use these up, which is a lovely little bag sent to me by Tanya. She's good to me, isn't she? She sends me all sorts of lovely things. And yeah, I probably ought to use them up entirely before I get a punch, or very nearly. Otherwise I'm going to create oodles of them, aren't I? But then I could pass the love on and send some to somebody else, couldn't I? So that wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, that one is a bit bright white, isn't it, now then? That's it. It's a vintage tag, so, or vintage looking. Well, it is a copy of a vintage tag. We don't want any bright whiteness going on. That's better. And just take the middles out. I'm always scared to get my finger in here, and because it doesn't take much squeezing to close it, and it really would take a chunk out of you if you was in the wrong place at the wrong time. So those of you that have seen me do this before will know I used the small hole to take the front chunk out, and then I've got a hole to centre, and I used the big one to take the final bit out. It's much better if you let it dry. Obviously the paper cuts a lot cleaner. You can see I've got scruffy bits there, and there's the small one, and obviously you can then put a reinforcer on the back as well, and you've got it centralised. Get rid of that and fasten that up and get rid of it. Now if I had some, I'd put some on there, but don't know what I've done with them. Oh, there is 2 more in here, look. Oh, one of them's massive. Oh. Just ink round the hole, so I won't be able to do it once I've stuck it on. And obviously this is only paper. It's only about 120. Maybe a little bit more. What's the next one up from that? It's not very strong anyway. It's not copy paper, it's better than that. It's which is about 70 or 80, isn't it? So yeah, it probably is about 120. Oh yeah, they're both way too big. Never mind. That's it. Yeah, just vintage up the back a bit. It's quite white, isn't it? Just with what's on my dobber, nothing fresh. Just the really bright ice white just screams at you when you've got a vintagey image. Yeah, I mean it's still quite light, isn't it? But it's more vintage than it was, more distressed. Yeah, I think with the big one there at the back, that's going to look nice. So what we're going to do at the back of here, put my pin back in here. So I've got the 2 things. I've got the envelope, and I've got this. What will we put in here? Elf and gnome, will you fit? Not quite, but you will if I cut you down. I think I might need a bit of ink on there now. So that's nice, we'll get all of those in somewhere, all of those lovely labels. You see, so it is a gnome kit, but it says elf, so maybe the elves and the gnomes are friends. Maybe they mix. So I can have a couple of elf playing cards in there, can't I? Elf. No, maybe we should put them in there. I think they might be too big. Oh, yeah, they are. Probably going sideways. Let's put gnome at the front, seeing as it's a gnome journal. Okay, so this could have a journal paper or spot put on there, but I'll leave it because you could put a photograph or anything on it. So we'll put these in here then, these 3 cards, the reindeer and the elf. Again, I've just left the backs as they are, so you can use them for all sorts of things. What shall we? That one's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, let's put those 2 in as well. Yeah, I'm not going to ink them or anything like that, I'll just put them in for whoever owns the journal to play with. So yeah, that's the same as that, isn't it? So I'm thinking to put him there, or I could put him on in a tuck. Oops, I've got the. I could put him in a tuck down there. Nearly is as wide as it now. I think I'm gonna. Oh, it would be quite nice over, wouldn't he? We'll put him over like that. I know you can't see what I'm talking about. No, it's going to get damaged. It was a thought though. Let's put it all in like that. I could put that with a little key on there, couldn't I? If I could remember what I'd done with it. Just bear with me a minute. There's one. It's not a bit big. There's one on a bulb pin. Let's have a look. Oops. Let's try it and see. I think the bulb pin just gives it that little bit of extra dangle, doesn't it? Oops. No, I don't like it on there. It looks silly. Come off. We'll just add it in somewhere in case you want to fasten it on the... I suppose I could fasten it onto the fabric there, couldn't I? We'll see once Santa's on. Right, back to what you was doing, Denise. Get this on and stop messing about with it. There we go. That way, I think. So, oops, keys everywhere. What am I going to do with this? What's in the middle? What did we do? I don't think we did anything special in the middle, did we? Well, I don't know. If we found the middle, we might be able to work that out. There. We left it really pretty. Yeah, so shall I put it over that because it's such a plain page. Shall we go with another paper clip? Have I got another? Oh, so this is my little pot that I clear junk off my desk. Well, I say clear, I throw things in and I never move it. It's got all sorts of junk in it, as you can see. That's what I'm digging in for a paper clip. But yeah, there was a few more of those little round protector, what are they? Hole protectors, hole reinforcers, that's it. Now, I'm going to call that a day, so I don't mess with it anymore. Because like I say, I've got another Gnome journal coming. So this needs, let me put the lid on that. This needs chopping down to go in that, and then I'm going to make a notebook, just a little notebook to go with it, with that piece of gnome paper. Oh, took everything out then, the glue and you. Sorry. Carnage to the right and carnage to the left there was. How's that? Which side did I cut that one? I need to do all four sides so I'll get them square again. So it should fit really easy now. What am I going to put on it as a tab? Get rid of that noisy thing. Yeah, so it's not a gnome on the front, but it's a gnome when you pull the card out. Yeah, I didn't overdo that notch. I wanted the gold to still show, but perhaps I should have taken a little bit more. Yeah, it definitely needs a tab. Now I've got my tab punch, but what do I want to put on as a tab? Oh, throwing things about. I love this paper from, this is the last of it, from Kathy at Craft with Cafe, I think her channel is. That's definitely her Etsy shop anyway. I'm just not sure it's strong enough for a tab, or if it will make into a tab. Am I going to wreck my my new toy, or newish? Let's just, oh, it did make one come out. It's quite thick, so I don't know that I need two. You just don't like to go in the top there. It does go in, but it's a little bit stiff. I must have got my glue quite... Oh, it doesn't look it. Maybe just tight at the top, you know, not glued, but didn't undo anything then, did I? No, I think this Christmas card might be smaller at the back than it is at the front. I think they do that with cards, so they're easy to open. Yeah, it goes in quite a long way that now, so it definitely wants something down it. What did I do with my tab? We need to look at it on here as well, don't we? Yeah, so it doesn't need to stick out too far. No, because it's silvery, isn't it? And that's gold. So, what have we got here? I mean, I've got one of these. I don't suppose this would do it, but let's just have a look. I do quite like these. I'm going to have to cut that much smaller because when this is glued down, that would stop it going in too far. Does it look silly? It's too bulky. I think I knew that wasn't going to work really. Right, a tag, come on. What shall we have a tag of? I've got this lovely stuff. What else have I got? Come a bit closer. Yeah, I've got this that I was thinking of putting down there. I wonder if a piece of that on the blue. Was I even on camera then? I think I was. Right. I mean, I've got loads and loads and loads of lace, but is lace what I want? I don't think it is. I have, however, just seen that tag that I was looking for. That was good, wasn't it? I think the issue is it's blue, although it is gold. Did we try this on the full length? Because it's quite small just to have a tab of it, isn't it? Oh, you see, I get hung up on one little thing. I'm normally bish bash bosh with my decisions, and then one little thing phases me. I wonder if I could fold it over on that. Would that make it easier to pull out? Let me cut it down a bit smaller and have a little play. Yeah, well, the trick would be to get it nice and straight, wouldn't it? Shall we try? If I absolutely mess it up, I've got plenty more. I can print it off again, that's what I was trying to say. I don't know what I mean about I've got plenty more. Yeah, I could easily print that off again and stick it to another piece of backing. Now this will leak through the ribbon, so it's a matter of getting enough for it to stick well, because obviously we're going to be pulling on it without doing so much that all we see is dried glue. Sorry, I do hope you can see. I think it's going to be pretty on the edge actually. Will it be enough? I don't know, but it'll be pretty. What shall I put it on this? Yeah. Oh, my sunshine's back anyway. I had a chance to look up at it while I was waiting for my glue to come down. That's it. The card's folding over. Well, it's certainly something to get hold of. Should in theory stop it going too far in. I could put a pretty brad or something on it. Should have done that before I glued it, shouldn't I? Yeah, I know it's not glued yet, I just want to see what it looks like because I'm an impatient Nelly. Yeah, right. Obviously I'm going to trim the top and the bottom. Are you going to go in far enough though? It's going to have to be a fair way over that topper, isn't it? Sorry, I'm so sorry that I nudged you again. Maybe not. We'll go in further, but I don't want to push it while it's gluing, sticking. Let's see if we can cut the ends off. Because it frays, I want to just put the tiniest little dob of glue. Dob, blob, whatever. Tiny, I said, come off. Just to prevent it fraying up when it's being pushed in and out a little bit. I'm wondering if rounding these two corners here will help it go in a little bit easier as well. I don't know why I do that with my left hand, because it's not strong enough. That's it. I know it's not inked yet. Yeah, it's growing on me actually. I quite like it. Maybe I can ink it while it's drying. I think it's going to have to go under the mat because it wants to bend. It's wet on one side. Yeah, I'm going to put that under the mat. No, I'm not, because I'm going to use my mat. Put it in a book. That's it. Put it in the, what doesn't need to be in. Put it in the book to dry, and put it there so I remember it's there. Yep. Where was that gnome paper that I... Here. Yes, I thought about just making a little booklet just because it was so sweet. Just to prolong the play a little bit. And it's a gnome Santa. So it'll go nice in this journal. I folded that square, not bad. Not bad for me. How many of these are we going to get on here? Yep, I'm thinking if I hold that in half, it should be hold it in half properly, it would help. Oh, what are you doing? So I can't fold a straight line at the minute to save my life. Is that better? It won't matter anyway, will it? 'Cause it's going in there like that. Would I get more? I think I would. I think I would. Probably a good job because I need to put it on the guillotine, don't I, and get it square. Yes. Alright, I'm working right over here for some reason. I need to be over there in front of you. Oh, sorry. That's why I'm working over here. I'm trying to avoid the... Right, so what do I want to open? Just the bottoms. Up, 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 up. Or shall I do the sides first? What do we think? No, I'll do the bottoms and put them together. Actually, I probably ought to do the tops first. I don't know if that's in view for you, is it? Just a smidge, just so that they are all lined up properly. I hope they stay lined up properly. And open the tops. Yep. So trim the bottoms to the level. Open the top. I might have to trim them again later. And then what sort of width do we want them? So that is 7.5 centimetres, just over. So I kind of want them 7.25, I'm thinking. Which is not very straight, is it? That's 7. And probably the middle ones need to be a little bit smaller, don't they? If I do these dead on 7, and then they should fold in theory inside these ones and fit. I'll put that down and hope I don't need to trim anymore. Yeah. Do I want anything rounded? I could round the corners and leave the middle square. What do we think? I've got another page if I don't like it somewhere. I'll just have to dig it out. Oh, that's a lovely little notebook actually, isn't it? I should have saved one of those little elf stickers to put on it. Labels, I was going to say. What shall I do? Shall I just stitch it in? Let's just stitch it in. If I can find a needle. Did have one here yesterday. Yep, still here. See how handy this little box is. Right, red or green. I think the red's thicker actually, it is. So we'll go with red. Be a little bit stronger, won't it? Gosh, I'm warming up again. I might need my cardigan off again. I feel like I've been on here a long time, have I? Not too bad. Right, shall we do it double? And where am I going to have the string? On the outside? Yeah. Which means I need to go from the middle. Which means I probably need to flatten all this. Oh, shall I put a clip on it like we do when we're doing a big one? I can find a small clip. Oh, well, I've got this, haven't I? That's cute on there, actually. Oh, isn't it? So I am going from, yeah, that way out. Let's put one of these on as well. See if it'll hold it while I go that way through. Because I want the strings on the outside. I could have probably done with me all through, it is quite tough. Okay, I'm in. Oh! And about there. So just cut that off. There, I hope I've left enough to tie. It's not going to be much of a bow, is it? I always snip it off and make another one, I suppose. No, I don't think it's going to be a bow, not with my fingers. Let's just put another knot on. Maybe I didn't intend doing it double when I cut the string. I can't remember now. Come on. Through you come. Are you through? There we go. I don't like that little clip on the top of it. I might have to put it on. Makes the journal bulky though, doesn't it? I mean, this doesn't even have to be in the journal, does it? Just leave those threads hanging. Yeah, I'm just going to put that on there. Okay, so that is it for this journal. The next thing you'll see is a flip through, and then I'll pop it on Etsy really quickly. I was just going to say where's my topper, but I flung it over there in that. So it'll have the topper in it. It will come with this little notebook, and yeah, you'll see the flip through, and that's that. So I did say I would share with you before I went my other gnome project. Now I've got a pink Christmas journal to do and this, so I don't know which I'm going to do first. Probably my pink one, because I haven't thought about this one yet. So I want to do a little file folder piece. I haven't got any cream envelopes, I've only got cream file folders, so it's going to be mix and match. But this is what I was telling you about these. These are the cards, gnome cards from Home Book and Treasure. I presume these are what she's made the digitals out of, because that was one of the tags, wasn't it? Oh, that's the same one. And I thought they just lent themselves, I mean obviously they make nice Christmas cards, they just lent themselves to a little file folder project, perhaps with a little journal in the middle. There's the one that I put on the front of that other one. Aren't they gorgeous? I hope I'm in. Don't know if I was there. Gosh. Oh, excuse me, hiccuping. Love that one. Yeah, I think I've seen that one before. Now, a couple of those I think I've shown you twice. So these, I don't know if you saw the bottom or not. That one was the one that we saw twice. There's not a lot on the bottom anyway, but just the card. I think that, are they Nordic? Something like that. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so perhaps you can see why I need to use them and do a little file folder project, because those ones particularly look are going to fit gorgeous, aren't they? Yep, so that will be coming up, and my pink Christmas journal. So speak to me in the comments, let me know if you've got a preference which you're dying to see. What is it that you're making? Have you enjoyed the gnome journal? Are you well? Give me a thumbs up and come and see me again tomorrow. Have a lovely day, everybody. Bye bye.